Game ball for Georgia Tech. Willoughby on the outside, has to hit it left-handed, and she finds a way to get it down. It goes off the Georgia Tech defensive back row, and we're tied again at 31.
Both teams are showing incredible toughness to get the big side outs when they have to. You can see he just goes up there with that left paw and is able to knock it in play, and obviously Georgia Tech makes a great effort but can't quite control it.
You wonder how high she jumps? Well, she grabs a basketball then, folks, and she touches about 10-5 is my understanding, so she can dunk a volleyball, I know that. Quite an athlete. Here she is, serving at 31 all. Jump serve is good. Ball's overpass. It goes off Evelyn to the back row. Point Hawaii, and now Hawaii will have their first chance to win game number 2. We're into overtime in game 2. How close are these teams? 34-32 in game 1, and we're in overtime in game 2. Willoughby, will she go to the jumper? It looks like she will again. Crowd quiets. Willoughby the jump serve. Overpass again. Kahumoku puts it down, and Hawaii wins game 2, 33-31, and they go into the locker room tied at 1 game apiece in this best 3 out of 5 women's regional final. Oh, does it get any better than this? I don't think so.
Well, Hawaii need to do something to get this crowd on their feet, and Kim Willoughby did it from the service line. She rips 2 serves. She's been error-prone up to this point. 2 overpasses, 2 kills. Game Hawaii.
We'll be back with game 3 and more exciting action between games 2 and 3 right after this.
One thing that all coaches are looking for is your hitting percentage, and that is when you take your kills, you subtract your errors, and you divide it by your total attempts. And hitting percentage tells a lot of the story. So Georgia Tech, when you talked about last night, they were hitting 225 through 2 games. They had split it. Tonight, in another split, 319. So they're hitting at a very, very high clip, a very efficient clip. Hawaii, who won the first 2 games last night, were at 350. They're down to 266 now in a split situation. So Georgia Tech is really exerting themselves offensively, and they've been able to slow Hawaii down a lot more than Illinois did last night.
So we shall see which team will show up in game number 3. And the big question, I think, is can Georgia Tech maintain that high intensity? 351 is a huge number to be hitting, and I think that Hawaii, it's unlikely that they will stay down in the 200s. Georgia Tech right now actually at 319 and Hawaii at 266. Hawaii normally hits 340 for the year. So. And
Georgia Tech normally hits 334, so they're not really that much above what they normally hit. You know, they're just
they've held Hawaii down.
Well, and very often they've connected on all cylinders. So again, 2 good teams, very good offensive teams. We're seeing that tonight.
So to start game number 3, Willoughby hits one out, and Georgia Tech draws first blood in game number 3. Glad you're with us wherever you may be throughout the United States and these Hawaiian Islands. Villaroma with a good pass, back set to Duggins. She hits off the hands and gets Hawaii's first point.
Duggins really loves to hit that ball line. If she has any opportunity between the blocker's hand and the antenna, she's going to put it there. And once again, she scores going down that line shot.
Duggins with a cross-court serve. Quick set in the middle. Duggins pops it up, little one-hander. Fugitive dig. Kahumoku gets dug. She sets it to the outside, and there's a touch. Net violation, I guess it sounds like, on Laura Kuhn. Von Szymanski says, what?
What our official is saying is that the blocker who went up thinking it was an overpass tried to get swing on it. She said, indeed, she touched it. That's tough. Both Willoughby's going for the ball, and as is Laura Kuhn. So they called it Kuhn got the touch.
And that one barely sneaks over. Remember, the cable's good. And here's a little wipe-off shot by Lynette Monster as she picks up her 13th kill with only 1 error. She's hitting a monster 571 tonight. She usually hits 313. What a match she's having. Kaminoa tries to dump one. It doesn't go down. And Duggins with a pass. Kaminoa tries another attack. This time she'll go high and wide to Willoughby, and she'll put it down. Finally.
Willoughby gets a great swing on this. Perfect set. Allows her to hit whatever angle she wants. Just gets it right inside that middle blocker's hand and is able to get enough on it to get the ball to go down. And that's a great set. Exactly where Kim Willoughby needs the ball.
There's a quick set to Sauer in the back. Quick set in the outside. Moster, she gets blocked by Tano. And here comes Lundqvist. Does she get the set? No, Tano will get the set. Little tip shot. Here comes Evelyn running it down, but it's way outside the antenna. Can't keep it in play at all on that kind of an angle. And Hawaii gets the point.
Yeah, not quite. That's kind of a little bit of a sloppy rally. Neither team really taking great care of the ball, which they're so known for. When that happens, you get silly mistakes like that.
By Kamanaho. Another good pass by Georgia Tech. That time the connection in the middle did not work. Gergen hits it out. This high-risk offense now cooling off just a little bit, hitting -250 here in game number 3. Hawaii was certainly hoping for a little cool off. Kamanaho, good serve. Finally a bad pass. That's a rarity for Georgia Tech tonight. And the ball catches the back line. Dave Shoji says no, and 10,000 other people agree with him. However, there's only one person that really counts, right, Kathy?
That's right, and the lines judge was right on that, immediately called that ball in, and that's Moster just doing a good job with not very much, putting it to a nice spot in the back line.
Jump serve by Moster, bump set to Kahumoku, hitting the pipe out of the back row, and it finds a way and wiggles through the block and down. Hawaii 6, doubling up on Georgia Tech's 3.
Blocking the back row attack is a real timing issue, and blockers have the tendency to be early, so you're on your way down when the ball hits you, so you bring it down to the ground, and it's exactly what happened on that play.
Willoughby with her jumper that ended game 2. Quick set by Evelyn once again. What a gutsy set from the 10-foot line, almost setting the ball sideways. Hawaii never sees that during the year, just like Georgia Tech never sees players like Kahumoku and Willoughby.
Well, one of the things Bon Szymanski said was that, you know, they want it to be fast, they want it to be chaotic. It really is what works for them.
Good dump shot that time by Evelyn. Willoughby with a set. Kahumoku gets a piece of the hands, and Georgia Tech cannot keep it up. Marissa Aston almost got there. Hawaii up 7-4. Ashley Watanabe into the game. A walk-on from Aiea High School. Good jump float, perfect pass, deep dump shot. Kahumoku catches the antenna, point to Georgia Tech.
Well, that deep dump was something that we saw from Evelyn against Cal that worked time and time again. So she tries it. There was 2 Hawaii players right there, so they scouted for that. They were not going to let that ball fall.
Serving Jamie Gergen. Willoughby with a good pass. Quick set in the middle of Duggins. And it goes off Moster.
That's one of the first times we've seen Duggins go and hit a 31, do something in front. She so traditionally goes behind, so that was a good, I guess, change of pace there by Hawaii to give Georgia Tech a little different look.
Sauer going cross court. She gets slowed down on the block. High and wide to Kahumoku. Lily gets blocked, and Sauer hits it out of bounds. Point Hawaii. Hawaii off to the biggest lead I think either team has had in either game, 4 points.
And one of the reasons why is that they're not making mistakes right now. They're keeping their errors very, very low, and they've been able to corral Georgia Tech. So what do setters do when the other team is able to stop your offense? You dump and get a kill.
And Evelyn did just that. 11 kills last night, all-time career record.
And watch how quickly this ball, I mean, Lily Kahumoku has no chance to block that. It is just so fast.
That time Kate Vincent hits it into the net, gives Hawaii a free point in this point per rally scoring. First team to 30. Kahumoku with a dig. Willoughby on the outside. Again, tries too sharp an angle. It almost looked like an avoidance hit. She saw the 6'3" Alexander Price in the middle. I think she was trying to avoid it.
Well, that's one thing that you do is, and she is so talented, she can hit angles like that. But like I said, she's just not quite getting it at her tall reach, so she's getting the top of the net.
Coming out with a ball that gets dug. Here comes, set to the outside. Moster finds a way through the block. I'll tell you right now, Dave Shoji not happy with Kamana'o that she hit the dump shot. He never wants her to dump, and she's got 2 All-Americans on the outside to hit the ball.
And then when you come back and you have a pretty obvious situation, but not a strong block, that sort of adds fuel to the fire.
Kamana'o to Willoughby. Willoughby hits it off the block and out of bounds. Hawaii goes up 11-8 here in game 3. We're tied at 1-all in this best 3 out of 5 game match.
And if I'm Hawaii's outside hitters, I don't try to avoid the block right now. They're getting kill after kill after kill, hitting right into the Georgia Tech block. So there's really no reason to avoid them until they show that they can stuff you straight down. Then, yeah, maybe you try to go someplace else.
Evelyn with a quick step behind, blocked by Willoughby. Here comes a free ball for Hawaii. Let's see how they do in transition. Oh, they go to Willoughby as usual, and she answers the call as usual. Willoughby picks up kill number 19 on the night.
And just hits way over the top of everybody. And you know she is so loved by this crowd, and they're enjoying this opportunity to watch her final game here on the island.
You saw a shot of the volleyball aunties who all sit in the front row there with all their signs. Oh, what quick hands by Hawaii. Georgia Tech with another chance. Fast attack, and here's a touch that Willoughby saves. See if Hawaii can convert. Georgia Tech up off the bench, wanting a throw call on Kamana'o, and here's Willoughby. She gets roofed by Laura Kuhn. Kuhn, the 6'1" junior out of Tiffin, Ohio, loves the rollerblade and loves to block Kim Willoughby, the potential player of the year.
Well, this is one where Willoughby's just going for it, hard line, but Kuhn does a really good job of being strong. Where they've been getting two of lately. She turns her hand and keeps that ball in play.
Oh, a nice back set to Karin Lundqvist.
She's been very, very quiet tonight. We haven't heard a lot from her offensively, but it was a nice job in that